And looks like on our PTDS product, which is our tornado debris signature, I might be seeing a signature right there. So we could have a tornado on the ground right now in portions of Newton County. So if you live in Walnut, you live in Limestone, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now, because it does look like there might be a tornado on the ground right now just off to the south and west of Limestone. Again, nothing ever certain when we look at these things, but regardless if there is one on the ground or not, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. But typically when we see this white dot on the screen right there, that means debris is getting lofted. That means we're starting to see debris show up on radar, and that's something that we've got to watch very closely there. So if you live just off to the south and west of Limestone, southwest of Walnut, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. You need to be taking cover. County Road 26 right now, you need to be watching this storm very, very closely. Move off a little bit farther to the west towards Limestone. County Road 312, we're going to zoom in here, plot a few more towns and streets as well. Looks like we've got a road right there just off to the south and west of Walnut. County Road 7520 and 7530. Again, so if you live in the Walnut and Limestone communities, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. It does look like there might be a tornado on the ground at this time, and you need to be taking this very, very seriously. And there it is right there. So now you see that black box that's around the tornado warning. That means we have an observed tornado. So there's a confirmed tornado on the ground right now in southwestern Newton County. So make sure you're taking your tornado precautions if you live in Limestone, Deer, Swain. We're going to be actually getting a track here for you real quick. This storm moving off to the north and east very, very quickly at this time. Looks like it's moving off to the north and east at about 50 miles per hour. So we're going to go back here to our radar here for a minute, and we're going to take a look at that again. You see that black box around the tornado warning? That means it is a confirmed tornado. We have a tornado on the ground right now just off to the south and west of Limestone. So we're going to make a storm track on this. Again, moving off to the north and east at 50 miles per hour. This storm just off to the south and west of Limestone right now. We're seeing that tornado debris signature just off to the north of Salus as well. So we're going to swing this storm off to the north and east for the next 40 minutes. You can see on the screen right there, 4:20 a.m. just mentioned the Walnut community. So it's right on top of you right now. If you're in Walnut, you need to be in your tornado safe place right now. 4:25 a.m. Nail. 4:30 a.m. in Deer. This storm is moving rapidly off to the north and east, so you don't have a whole lot of time. You need to take those tornado precautions very, very seriously. A little bit farther down the road here, 4:37 a.m. Red Rock, 4:47 a.m. Hasty, 4:52 a.m. Yardell. And I know we got some folks who live out in Western Grove on the far western fringes of our weather coverage area. You're not under a tornado warning right now, but you need to be watching this storm very closely. It's going to be arriving in your area at 4:57 a.m. So again, Walnut communities, Limestone, Deer, Swain, make sure you're taking your tornado precautions right now. There is a confirmed tornado on the ground, and we're going to have to watch this very, very closely as it continues to swing off to the north and east. We're going to go back here to Mega Doppler. Again, this is that tornado debris signature product I was talking about. And you can actually see here how that kind of evolved just a few moments ago, just off to the north of Salus. So it likely touched down north of Salus, and it's moving off to the north and east right now, becoming a little bit more displaced there. So we'll watch that very closely. Maybe it's weakening just a little bit, but still, got to keep a close eye on this storm right now. Very likely still on the ground as it moves off to the north and east at 50 miles per hour. But, man, that rotation ramped up very, very quickly. This is why you got to watch these storms very closely, folks, because we have a tremendous amount of wind shear in the environment right now. We've got a tremendous amount of energy that's moving through our area. This is an atmosphere, too, that's been worked over the last several hours. So that tells you these storms are very strong. We've got the potential for more as we move throughout the rest of the day today. But, again, tornado warning, confirmed tornado right now, just off to the south and west of Limestone at this time. Man, that ramped up very, very quickly right there. Again, moving off to the north and east. The last few scans, it looks like it may have weakened just a hair. We'll hope those trends continue. But again, if you live in Limestone, Deer, Swain, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now if you live in those communities. No other tornado warnings in effect at this time. This is the only storm that is currently under a tornado warning right now. Again, this is in portions of Newton County. So Johnson County no longer included in the tornado warning. If you live in Johnson County, you might have gotten an alert. You're no longer under the tornado warning. You are all clear if you live in Johnson County. Salus, this storm is just off to the north of you as well, so you're all clear there. But Limestone, Deer, Swain, you're going to be under the gun over the next few moments or so. Still seeing that at that little signature right there just off to the south and west of Limestone. Again, the storm is weakening just a little bit. That's a good sign right there. We're looking at it right there on velocity, but I wouldn't be surprised if this storm touched down just off to the north of Salus. Again, that's where we saw that observed tornado tag get added to this particular storm. But man, that ramped up very, very quickly to the north of Ozone in an environment again that's been worked quite a bit over the last several hours or so. This is another product that we have right here. This is what we call normalized rotation. So you're looking for those green shaded colors to kind of tell you where the most rapid rotation is at this time. You can see just off to the north and west of Salus right there, that's where that rotation was a little bit stronger. Notice though how it's kind of fallen apart just a little bit as it moves off to the north and east. That's a good sign right there. We hope those trends continue, but we're going to be watching this very closely. As long as there's a tornado warning in effect, we're going to be here on air watching it very, very closely. But again, looks like we have that confirmed tornado warning that remains in effect until 4:45 a.m. So until 4:45 a.m., this tornado warning is going to be in effect. Again, last few scans, things have weakened just a little bit, but we need to still keep a close eye on this for Limestone and Deer at this time as the storm moves off to the north and east. So we'll be watching that very, very closely. Again, we're under an enhanced risk of severe weather today. A lot of wind shear in place over northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. This might be the first of many storms that we have to watch very closely as we move throughout the rest of the day today. And certainly going to be keeping a close eye on this here in the Weather Lab. But here's that.